Hello everyone. Today we are going to see modals. In the last class we have discussed about verbs and types of verbs, right? Now let's see types of verbs as a whole. Verbs are divided into two types: lexical verb and auxiliary verb. Lexical verb is otherwise called as main verbs. Examples are work, study, read, etc. All these words can exist independently and provide complete meaning to the sentence. Next, we have auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb is further subdivided into two types: primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. Primary auxiliaries is further subdivided into three, like be verbs, do verbs, and have verbs. In past form, we have was, were. In present form, we have am, is, or. In do verbs, in past form we have did. In present form we have do, does. In have form of verb, in past form we have had. In present form we have as or have. Next, modal auxiliaries. In past form we have could, would, might, ought to, had to. In present form can, will, shall, may, must, as to, have. Modals. Modals or modal auxiliaries are used with other verbs to express special meanings. Now let's see definition of a modal verb. A modal verb is a type of auxiliary verb that is used to indicate modality, that is likelihood, ability, permission, possibility, etc. Now let's see one example sentence. Two of my friends can play guitar. Here, can is a modal verb. Can is used to express ability or it refers to ability. Modals are also called modal verbs, modal auxiliary verbs, modal auxiliaries. We know that modals are auxiliary verbs. They help us to modify the meaning of the main verbs. They combine with main verbs to show possibility, ability, permission, duty, necessity, habit, and so on. So what is mean by possibility? Possibility means a chance that something may happen or be true. Ability means capacity, talent, or skill. Necessity means the need for something. Habit means a habit is something that you do often or regularly. So, modal verbs combine with main verbs to show possibility, ability, permission, duty, necessity, habit, and so on. Now we are going to see what are the modal auxiliaries. The auxiliaries will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, ought to, dare, need, and used to are called modals or modal auxiliaries. Students, now let's see it one by one in detail. First, let's see about will. Will is used to express habitual actions in the future. Now let's see some example sentences. During the spring, flowers will blossom. Farmers will sow seeds just before the monsoon. The students will study when the examination approaches. Then, will is used to express characteristic habit. So, what is meant by habit? A habit is something that you do often or regularly. Now, let's see some example sentences. They will always roam about that corner. She will never keep quiet. The third usage is will is used to express one's intention or decision or a promise. Will is used with first person. Now let's see some examples. I will take you home. This sentence refers to I am willing to take you home. The next sentence is I will do better the next time. This sentence denotes promise. The next sentence is we will start early in the morning. This sentence refers to decision. Then the next sentence is I will collect the report in the evening. This sentence denotes intention. The fourth usage is will is used to express assumption or probability. So what is meant by probability? Probability means the chance that something will happen. Will is used with second and third persons also. Now let's see some example sentences. She will leave as soon as the rain is over. This will be the right key. The next usage is will is used to express invitations or request. Example sentences are will you come for a walk with me? Will you lend me your bicycle? Next, let's see use of will. Will is used with promises and determinations. Determinations means willpowers that take place in the future. Then, will can also be used to make predictions about the future. Now let's see some example sentences. The first sentence is I promise that I will never repeat this mistake in future. This sentence denotes promise. The next example sentence is I will make the arrangements for the party tonight. This sentence indicates voluntary action. The next example sentence is I think it will rain today. It refers to prediction. We will overcome this situation soon. This sentence denotes determination. Next, we are going to see would. Would is the past tense form of will. Would is used to express polite request. Example sentences are would you kindly speak in English? Would you please move a little to the right side? Then, would is used after wish. Example sentences are: I wish she would come early. I wish it would stop raining. Then, would is used with the verbs like and care. Example sentences are: I would like to go to the movies. We would like to put up here tonight. Students, note this point. Care can only be used in negative and interrogative sentences. Would you like care to see a movie? Next, would is used to express permission. Example sentence: would you mind if I brought a friend with me? Then, would is used to express or to indicate invitation. Let's see one example sentence. Would you like to play basketball this Friday? Next, let's see use of would. Would is usually used to create conditional verb forms. It also serves as the past form of the modal verb will. Would is also used to indicate past habits, for which we also use simple past tense are used to. Now let's see some example sentences. If he were a dancer, he would earn a lot of money. Here, conditional shows he is not a dancer. The next sentence is: as a young boy, we would participate. This sentence denotes past habit. Next, we are going to learn about shall. Shall is used in the first person to express futurity. Now let's see some example sentences. I shall meet you on Monday. We shall see him next week. Then, shall is used in the second and third persons to express an order or command, promise, threat, etc. Example sentences are: you shall not come to my door again. This sentence denotes order. The next sentence is: you shall have a party. This sentence indicates promise. He shall be punished for this. This sentence refers to threat. Then, shall is used to make offer and request. Example sentences are: shall I wait for you? Shall we go to the lakeside? Shall we start the dinner? Then, shall is also used to request instructions. Example sentences: what shall we do now? Next, we are going to see should. Should is used to express duty. Example sentences are: children should obey and respect their elders. Next example sentence is: parents should advise their children to be decent. People should not throw waste on the road. Then, saying what is right or correct, we can use should. Example sentences: we should solve this problem. Then, we can use should to express possibility. So what is mean by possibility? Possibility means a chance that something may happen or be true. Example sentence is fees should decrease next year. Next, we are going to see fourth usage. Should can be used with pronouns of all the three persons to talk about duty and obligation. So what is mean by obligation? Obligation means responsibility. Now let's see some example sentences. We should help the poor and the needy. We should not lie. Then, should is often used to express possibility or likelihood. So what is mean by possibility? A chance that something may happen or be true. Example sentences: I should be able to finish this work in time. Then, should is the only auxiliary verb that can be used after lest. So what is mean by lest? Lest means in case or for fear that. Example sentences: the security forces were fully prepared lest the crowd should attack the office. Next, we are going to learn about can. Can is one of the most commonly used modal verbs in English. It can be used to express ability or opportunity, to request or offer permission, and to show possibility or impossibility. Now let's see some example sentences. I can ride a horse. This sentence refers to ability. The next example sentence is we can stay with my brother when we are in Paris. This sentence indicates opportunity. The next example sentence is he can take rest if he is tired. This sentence refers to permission. The next sentence is can you hand me the stapler? This sentence refers to request. The next example sentence is any child can grow up to be president. This sentence denotes possibility. Next, we move on to could. Could is used to express ability in the past. Example sentences are I could play hockey when I was young. She could dance well in her teenagers. Then, could is used to express permission. Example sentences are the students asked if they could go home early. The next example sentence is the headmaster announced that the students could go home after the examination. Then, could is used to express possibility. So, what is mean by possibility? Possibility means a chance that something may happen or be true. Example sentences are the tiger could be anywhere by now. One could walk miles in the jungle without seeing even a wild rabbit. Then, could is used to introduce a request. Now let's see some example sentences. Could I take a glass of cold water? Could you go with her to the hospital? Students, note that polite requests are introduced by would, but could is considered more polite. Next, let's see about use of could. Could is used to express possibility or past ability. and also to make any suggestions and polite request. Now let's see some example sentences. Extreme rain could cause a delay in the matches. This sentence denotes possibility. The next example sentence is Sam could sing like a pro by the age of 1. This sentence indicates past ability. The next example sentence is You could wait or call again later. This sentence refers to suggestion. The next example sentence is Could I use your mobile to call my mother? This sentence refers to request. Next, we move on to may. May is used to express permission and possibility. Example sentences are You may go home if you want. This sentence denotes permission. The next example sentence is It may rain in the afternoon. This sentence refers possibility. Then, may is also used to introduce a request. Example sentences are May I come in? May I take your scooter? Next, let's see use of may. May is usually used to express a possibility. It can also be used to give or request for a permission in formal cases. Example sentences are Veera may be at home or perhaps at work. This sentence denotes possibility. The next example sentence is John, you may go out for a trip along with your friends. This sentence indicates giving permission. The next example sentence is May I come in? This sentence refers to seeking permission. Next, we are going to learn about might. Might is used like may to express permission or possibility. Example sentences They might not know that the manager is here. Then, might is also used to express a command. Example sentences are You might post this letter for me. You might make less noise. Next, we are going to see use of might. Might is usually used for expressing a possibility. It is also used in conditional sentences. Here, conditional refers to if clause. English speakers can also use might to make some suggestions or request. Example sentences are Your luggage might be in the lobby. This sentence denotes possibility. The next example sentence is If you had called me, I might have come. This sentence refers to conditional, that is, if clause. The next example sentence is You might visit the Taj Mahal during your visit to Agra. This sentence denotes suggestion. Next, we are going to see must. Must is used to express obligation or necessity. What is meant by obligation? Obligation means duty or responsibility. Necessity means need or requirement. So, must is used to express obligation. Obligation means duty or responsibility, or necessity. Necessity means need or requirement. Now let's see some example sentences. We must respect our supervisors. He must repay the loans. Then, must is used to express emphatic determination. Here, emphatic means forceful or definite. Determination means willpower. So, must is used to express emphatic determination. Example sentences are: we must buy that estate. He must be very clever. Then, must is used to introduce questions. Examples are: must I do it myself? Must he make the compensation? Next, let's see about use of must. Must is most commonly used to express certainty. What is meant by certainty? Certainty means the state of being completely confident or having no doubt about something. It can also be used to express necessity, which means need or requirement or strong recommendation. Now let's see some example sentences. This must be the right ingredient for her dish. This sentence denotes certainty. The next example sentence is: students must pass an entrance examination to study at this school. This sentence refers to necessity. The next example sentence is: you must take some extra food along with you. This sentence refers to strong recommendation. The next example sentence is: passengers must not talk to the driver. This sentence indicates prohibition. What is meant by prohibition? Prohibition means something is not permitted or allowed. Next, we are going to learn about ought. Ought to is used to express duty or obligation. So what is meant by obligation? Obligation means responsibility. Example sentence is: we ought to love and respect our parents. Then, ought is used to express a strong probability. What is meant by probability? Probability means the chance that something will happen. Example sentence is: she ought to win the match. Then, ought to is used to advise or make recommendations. Then, ought to is also used to express moral obligation. Then, ought not, which means without to, is also used to advise against doing something. Now let's see some example sentences. You ought to stop drinking. This sentence refers to recommendation. The next sentence is: we ought to respect our elders. This sentence denotes moral obligation. The next sentence is: this stock ought to increase in value. This sentence denotes probability. The next example sentence is: Max ought not drink so much. This sentence refers advice against something. Students, notice there is no to in this sentence. Students, before we move into next topic, first we have to know what is mean by affirmative sentences. Affirmative sentences indicate a positive sense or meaning. In other words, the opposite of negative sentences. Next, we are going to see modal auxiliary verb dare. Dare used as a semi-modal or main verb to express the courage and boldness to do something or to express anger at something, and is often used negatively. Dare can be used as a normal verb with to and an auxiliary verb without to. Examples. First, let's see. As normal verb, affirmative sentence. Example, I dared him to jump. Negative sentence example, he didn't dare to stop me. Interrogative sentence example is, who dares to argue with me? Next, let's see as auxiliary verb. Affirmative sentence example is, he's a daredevil. Negative sentence example is, he dare not do so. Interrogative sentence example is, dare anyone go there? Next, we are going to learn about need. Need can be used as a transitive verb when it means require. Example sentences are, he needs a servant, she needs an assistant. Then, need is used to express absence or obligation. So, what is mean by obligation? Obligation means responsibility. Now, let's see some example sentences. He need not go to a doctor. The next example sentence is, you need not give him anything. Next, we are going to see used to. Used to is used to express a discontinued habit. Example sentence is, they used to live in the town when they were employed. Then, used to is used to express a routine in the past. Example sentences are, the teacher used to ask questions every day. He used to drink. The next example sentence is, they used to get up early in the morning. Students, note that in the above sentences, it is not necessary that the actions are discontinued. Students, make a note of this. Could, would, and may are used in formal settings, while can may be used with friends and family. Example sentences are, could I take this chair? This sentence refers to a stranger. The next example sentence is, can I take this chair? This sentence refers to your friend in school. Then, need as a modal verb is mostly used in negative sentences or to convey a negative meaning. Example sentences are, He needn't drive so fast. The next example sentence is, we need to finish our homework over the weekend. Modal verbs never change form, that is, they never take an s, ed or ing at the end. The negatives are formed by adding not after the modal. Negative contractions are made with some modals such as can't, couldn't, mustn't, shouldn't, wouldn't, and so on. Example sentences are, I can't ride a bicycle. The next example sentence is, we mustn't be rude to anyone. Modal verbs do not add s or es to the third person singular. Example sentence is, he can swim. It is a correct sentence, whereas he can swim, it is a wrong usage. Modal verbs don't need auxiliaries to form negative and question. For example, she should stay. The incorrect usage is, she doesn't should stay, whereas the correct usage is, she shouldn't stay. Then the incorrect usage is, why does she stay, whereas the correct usage is, why should she stay. Then modal verbs don't have infinitives or ing forms. Students, first we have to know what is mean by infinitive. Infinitive means the basic form of a verb that usually follows to. So students, modal verbs don't have infinitives or ing forms. So the incorrect usages are canning, to, might. I have enclosed the classwork instructions in the PDF. Kindly refer it. So now we have reached the end of this session. Thank you.